Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Loud House video. No keys to the game, no final score predictions this week. We just finished wrapping up another edition of the Loud House, and what a show this week. It's just my opportunity to get a lot of my frustrations about this team and this organization off my chest. If you're a fan of the Loud House, if you listen to the show, this is one show this week you do not want to miss. Make sure you download it, take a look at it. This week, we're going to be talking about this Redskins organization, the constant dysfunction. I'm going to give you my take on what needs to change. We'll talk about the one team in this town who's actually doing something and doing it the right way. We'll talk about your Washington Wizards this week. What a great game last night John Wall and the rest of Bradley Beal and the rest of this Washington Wizards team had against the hottest team in the league, the Los Angeles Clippers. We break that down. We talk about that this week in the Loud House. I posed the question, what's the difference between John Wall and Robert Griffin III? And why hasn't Robert Griffin III seen the same success that John Wall has seen through 5 seasons with the Washington Wizards? Why hasn't Robert Griffin III seen that same success? We take a look at that this week in the Loud House as well. And of course, we also ask the question, who's going to be here next year in 2015 with this Washington Redskins team? Will it be Jay Gruden or will it be Robert Griffin III? Or will they both be here? We'll take a look at that and dig into those questions this week as well. Of course, the loudmouth is back this week. Probably the one positive part of the show that we're going to have to talk about outside of the Washington Wizards this week. The Loud House is back. Great topics this week. Make sure you guys check it out. I conclude with this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This Washington Redskins team is what it is. And it has been what it is for the last 20 years. We've seen 20 years of mediocrity. We've seen 20 years of the constant rotating coaches, rotating quarterbacks. Something has to change. The one constant has been the ownership, Daniel Snyder. Daniel Snyder is the thorn in the side of this organization. He's the one key that has led to the constant mediocrity and constant losing that this team has had. The other constant is we, the fans, the fan base. If one thing has to change, has to be us. Stop going to the games. Stop buying the tickets. And I know I'm going to lose a lot of followers for saying this, but something's got to give. If you have any love or passion for this team, please stop it. There's another team down in Chinatown that wants your support, and they're doing it the right way. Tune into the Loud House. Leave all your questions and comments about the show this week. I'm interested. I want your feedback. And of course, as always, make sure you follow the Loud House on Facebook, like the Loud House on Facebook, follow the Loud House on Twitter @InTheLoudHouse. Give me your feedback on what you thought of this week's show. I put a lot of heart and soul into the show this week. Check it out. And of course, as always, you can email the show. That's loudhouselive@yahoo.com. Leave me any of your questions or comments or anything like that. How you feel about this week's show? Definitely a Loud House show you don't want to miss this week. And of course, as always, thank you guys always for your support. I'm Chris Dowdell. You are in the Loud House.